LinkedIn family, what's going on? It's me again, Damian Wright, talking about leading at 47, leadership life, and everything in between. We're on episode 11, and with episode 11, I want to tap into story time. And story time is about uh, how leadership shows up when you're not in the room. It's easy to lead when your team is right there, they're right in front of you. You have a tendency to have more control, you have more influence, you're able to communicate more effectively, um, and all the things and all the magic that happens when you lead in person and you're in the room. The story is I was a general manager very early in my career. I wasn't 30 years old yet, and I was the uh, general manager of the busiest retail store for Cricket Communications. And at this point in time, we're talking in the early 2000s. And I had spent some time doing some really great things to get to where I was. I've been told no a handful of times, but long story short, I got this job. I was feeling good about myself. The team was rocking and rolling. The store was rocking and rolling. Like we're doing phenomenal things. They're sending me out to launch new markets. I'm in places. I'm in Louisville. I'm in Rochester, New York. I'm in all these different areas to help launch new stores. And this particular time, I was in Rochester, New York, and launched the store. Was there for I think a little bit over a week, and came back and was really proud of the work that I accomplished and the things that I did. And to fast forward, I get a request, which was normal from my boss. His name was Clyde at the time, and he wanted to meet at our corporate office. Cool. So went down to meet with Clyde. I'm full of energy. I'm thinking, hey, promotion. At least talks about promotion. I'm doing the right things, and um, it ended up not going that way. I go into Clyde's office and I noticed that he had a different disposition than he normally does, and he looked concerned, and rightfully so. What happened was the area vice president, I believe that was his title, had come to our store when I wasn't there, and we had certain policies and expectations that happen when people walked in the store about when they get greeted because the store was so busy. The area vice president was not greeted at our store. And he stood in the store and walked around for minimum 4 minutes. He shows me the tape of him, and it's cringeworthy. And it wasn't because the team was like lackadaisical. The greeter at that time was out helping customers do something on the kiosk and trying to get the lines together. It was just kind of chaotic in the store because it was really busy, but nobody greeted him beyond the chaos. Um, very long story short, instead of having a promotion conversation, I had a conversation that was, hey, Damien, things need to get better and I have to write you up. Wow, I was shook. Not only was this my first time being written up in a professional setting, I didn't know how to act or react. I didn't like, what am I going to get fired? I just didn't know. And one thing it taught me was a tough lesson of you're only so much of a leader when you lead your team and you're there. Your best comes out when you're leading and you're not there. How does your team operate when you take a sick day, when you are on vacation, when you're working on a special project and you don't have time to dedicate? That's part of what I experienced and helped me grow tremendously. Yes, that hurt at that point in time, but it taught me some valuable lessons down the road on how to develop others, how to set expectations, how to lead, how to ask questions, and be a better GM. So, with that being said, think about how, like, for those of us that are currently leading or have a leader that may need a little massaging, think about how they lead when they're there and think about how the team functions when they're not there. Cheers to y'all, and thanks for engagement, or thanks for engaging, excuse me.